gang. What's poppin'? And that's on. Alright, bet. I'm an Oompa Loompa. Rip. Alright, I'm back. Yeah. I'll load these 2019 rosters, big boy. Because we got this Madden 17 grind, you know. I ain't got 19 or 18. Still rocking that Madden 17 with the 19 rosters. Alright. I'm about to do my Super Bowl prediction game. It's my franchise mode. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm playing as the Saints. No, I ain't rocking Color Rush. I'll rock that. A name for the Saints. That's the same as the Color Rush. Okay. Got on All Pro. Let go. Sorry. I'm gonna just put that on 5-minute quarters. Super Bowl. There we go. Alright, I'm back.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas at NRG Stadium in Houston. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New Orleans Saints. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
I have Lattimore. Yeah, Lattimore's on Tyreek. Sorry.
Now it's the Princeton man. This is Spencer Ware.
Come on.
Oh, nice move. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
We got 4. We got 4.
Will I hit
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw.
Should not have done that QB spy.
And he'll just toss it away.
I should have got in there, threw it away.
So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, Dustin. See.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
This is taken at the 15.
Why did he
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left.
Hold on. What is this? We gotta fill up the X. Ted Gann's going in the slot. Since he's the fastest receiver on the team.
You got 3 down.
The X-Raven Benjamin.
They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming And down he goes. Justin Houston in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And if Kansas City wants to make a push toward the Super Bowl next year, they need Justin Houston healthy for more than 5 games. He had 4 sacks in those 5 games last year, but he's a big piece.
He's a guy who in past years has gotten as many as 22 sacks in a season. So we know the pass rush ability is there. And just think of it this way. When we were kids in college football, they always said you could never have enough running backs. In the NFL, you can never have enough pass rushers. Put him with Tom Bahali and D. Ford, and look out.
Doesn't make sense.
And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
And that is incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, and it's 4th down.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Let's take it inside his own 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got. And you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
On the same side. It might just be wrong.
On play action, they'll throw. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 44 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Why is not?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Alvin Kamara is supposed to
sheds a second man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
Going down. Lost like 6 yards.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happens.
And nothing but daylight ahead.
But he's too slow.
He's at the 30.
Too slow. No.
A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Play action. Breeze. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Bags always.
Breeze going to try and throw on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Their big-bodied receiver from 3 yards out. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Big 4th down conversion for the score and the defense. That is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. Go for it on 4th down. And, okay, forget the field goal because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
And that was a nice play by the defense, and it is tough to be an offensive lineman nowadays, especially if you're dealing with how the defensive tackles have evolved. Their quickness, their agility, their speed has changed the big guys in the middle, the center, and the offensive guards. Formerly, they were just power players. Now they have to be light on their feet as well to keep up with the speed of the defensive players. There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing.
This is caught inside the 15, and he gets it all the way down inside the 10.
Good high pass.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never...
He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Tyreek Hill from 3 yards out. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Back out onto the field. Drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now Breeze on 3rd down. He hits his target, left side, Watson. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down.
This is touchdown. Touchdown.
And look at this, it's a fake.
Touchdown. House call.
He finds Coleman. Are you kidding me? And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 67 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And Hill with it over the middle. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he will not get there as the try for 2 is unsuccessful. And they will remain down by a point. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
It's a big play there for the Chiefs. 30 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Super Bowl 51 after this.
Now let's go. Green 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pass incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer.
Out of 5.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still
not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. And a loose football. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Bryant with a catch right side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Breeze now on 1st down. Complete to Bryant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to a New Orleans 1st down.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But
now Breeze lost the football.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Here we go.
Breeze now on 1st down. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Why are you back? Only 8 points. No win. Easy to do it.
And this one is right down Broadway. You seriously just skip the halftime of the Super Bowl? Who does that? It's a Super Bowl. Watch the halftime show. All right, here we go. 3rd quarter action now. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter.
Do your job.
Now come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
Like every play now.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Out left side here to Bryant. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass.
Let's go. Yellow waiting.
Here's Breeze. And Watson has it right side. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there. And now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from arm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Oh, it's Teddy Bridgewater. I ain't mad.
They'll come out with the pistol. Bridgewater. Flushed out right.
He's wide open.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Hey, that means he's off possession.
Unfortunately, wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Reggie Ragland in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
On the run, it's Ware. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
That's
and able to find Conley. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL?
Give up a touchdown.
The better a route runner you are, the more...
Back now here on EA Sports.
You can get a stop here.
It's the Chiefs with a football buck with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyler Davison coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime?
Get up.
15 cents.
It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point kicker. Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
So he hits his target, left side, Watson. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough. Swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
We have to stop, and that's a 1st down.
And Watson has it right side. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And now they're in the hurry-up. On play action, it's Breeze. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
That didn't work.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because you might wander into some tough coverage.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Des Bryant, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude. But I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
It'll go as a gain of 10 there. Good enough for a Kansas City 1st down. 2 minutes to go in Super Bowl 51 from Houston. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back to throw to the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Was that a receiver?
Going to that.
Yeah, actually it was. As a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tag.
No doubt about it. As Ike went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And Hill with it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And quickly, they get to the line.
All I can give up is a field goal. I know that.
Back to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Knocking Robinson out of bounds.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And they're going to speed things up here. He's back to throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. He'll look to throw. And Thomas has it. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught.
That wasn't even my goal. There's nobody in there.
And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
So many practices we've watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? Back to, oh no, he lost the football. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. This will be taken in at the 1.
I didn't say it was.
Now, they're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Here's Breeze to throw. And Watson has it right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield. Those guys made that play possible.
And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And to give this time to the tailback. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock.